Today we are continuing on with the eFootball introduction. I have gone over the whole menus, some tips and game plan. I've decided I'm going to at least do this debut mission as a beginning journey to see what people are saying. Ignore the vibrations if you can hear them. That is my wife. She is pregnant, so she is texting me a lot. Before we get into the video, please like the video if you find yourself enjoying it. Subscribe because I want to earn money. Comment what you want to see, if you want me to continue this series or if you want to just carry on me playing my other account. I am going to move my phone away, so hopefully you can no longer hear that, because it's both my iPad and my phone. We are going to be jumping in with the debut match. We're going to have a quick read where we can check the details. All it is play one match. Okay? Easy enough. What difficulty are we? What's the conditions? I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Match level beginner. Very easy. Okay. I am yet to choose an actual formation for this team. I'm thinking I'm going to go 4 at the back. Maybe. A part of me wants to go 3 at the back, but I don't think it's worth it. We're going to go 4 at the back. Start off with this as a formation. We're going to then adjust our team how we want to adjust it. Keep our defensive mids in these positions. Weirdly, he's not a defensive mid. I like to have my players set up a little bit differently, so bear with me whilst I adjust it. I will have... Can you just stay there a minute? Neymar as a second striker. Okay, we need you as a second striker as well, apparently. We're going to have him on the right side. As far forward as we can have. We're going to have these as deep as we can. Again, as far forward as we can, but we want them to be in the midfield. We want these to sit... I like to move my defenders to sit deeper around the goalkeeper. My right backs play somewhat wide. I usually like them being in the same positions. And that's it. That is it. Yep. He can play both left back and right back. Great news for me. We're going to change him into a centre mid. This is a team that's kind of all over the place. So I will have Neymar as my attacking midfielder. Just so we have someone. Individual instructions, we don't need to worry about that this game. Sub-tactics, we don't need to worry about that this game. In-match roles, we will worry about. Just simply because the only thing that actually makes a difference in-game would be your captain. As if there is a player skill with captaincy on a player, get him to be the captain. Simple as. It will increase the overall stamina the team will have. Simple as. We are playing long ball counter, I think I put on. But nope, we're playing long ball counter. That's what we're going to do. The team will now play. We will go through the first game where I will show you some options. Sorry, I was just reading the texts from my wife. If you just bear with me whilst these intros play, I have to reply for obvious reasons. She is pregnant after all. We get to pick our kits. I've picked the Manchester United. I think I switched from my original kit that I wanted. So I don't... Which I'll probably switch back to if you want me to be honest. The name has just gone to Manchester United FC as well. That's quite funny. Done. Let's just double check our team. When we press player condition, as you can see, this is what form is. Standard form and all of that stuff. He is a super sub, which is kind of interesting. Which I might just play Neymar up front as a second striker. Have him actually on the bench. Di Maria can play attacking midfield, but yes, he can play attacking midfield. So that is, I think, how we'll set our team up. They are as narrow as they can be. I'm going to have the defensive mid sitting a little bit deeper. The central midfielder a little bit further up the pitch. This is quite important, form is, or condition as they call it in game. Because it will increase their stats. It doesn't show you the stat increases, but it will increase the stats of the players as they play. So when you eventually get better players and a better team, etc., it's definitely worth you having basically a player to replace any position on the off chance that they have very, very good form. Because now this game allows 5 subs and online it allows 3 pauses of your own. So obviously you get to change players at the very beginning, at half time, and then 3 additional pauses from then. But before you start every game, jump into your game plan, check your conditions. If anyone's down, it'd be worth checking your bench to see if you can replace them for the same position that is at least neutral. And if they're great, then they're great, and that's fantastic news. We're now going to very boringly go into the game. You can't ever hear anything in this. I presume there'll be music playing over this, but I play with no music on, just because I stream this game, and obviously copyrights and all that fun stuff. They're all chatting shit to each other. You get the point. Watch the intros if you want.
Well, hello to everybody. Welcome
and here
to
we go.
Coverage of the first day of the
My
competition.
headset feels very loud.
Phrase,
it is on loud.
Everyone
okay.
really does start out equal on this day. Stature and
this will be the easiest game you'll play.
All irrelevant,
the easiest game. Before I carry on,
everybody, no matter
I
who
can
they
see
can be just a little
it's still loud.
Maybe it's
honestly, I like playing
just
quiet.
Maybe.
So I'm just going to adjust that.
Well, if you did just miss
I've changed that. Detailed settings. I'm just going to change the way I play. I can't remember. I think I play semi-assist. Cursor off. Ball orientated. Passing level, I play at passing level 2. Shot type is basic. Pressing twice. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Sure, actually, we'll have that. I don't know what that means. This way I'm not going to get random things coming up on my screen, but I will have the icon of, when I am defending, what player the game will move me to.
And here's Neymar.
Goals. Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, he has leathered that. Well, he looks like he's annoyed with
himself. Neymar's great.
He didn't do an awful lot wrong,
so if you are considering just playing this game, jump on it. It's beginner. I could score 50 goals if I want to, but we're just going to take it easy. We're going to talk.
Jim, which
And that's pretty
player
much
is
it.
best equipped for
You
this
know.
game?
Learn how to play
I
the
think we can
game.
expect to see more than a few moments of individual.
He's got the shot away! Goal!
You know, just
big
play the
names
game,
earn
enjoy
their
it.
reputations for
It's
precisely
not
the
gonna
reason
be.
we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are.
It's
early
not going to be
stages.
anything
He
stressful.
struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
You really ain't going to struggle on this difficulty.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish
I'm
curl.
literally just not going to
What
run
was
this whole
notable
game.
in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement.
Di Maria! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Just chill.
Can't
And
be
that's it.
expected to deliver anything better than that.
There's
This is heroic keeping.
definite ways that you can play this game
And it's Di Maria.
better
Martinelli.
than others.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's gone for goal!
Lovely.
They have
What's this
heard
one?
the
Score 2
starter's
goals with the same
pistol
player in a single
and
match.
come
Lovely.
racing out of
That's
the blocks.
easy. Fantastic.
And that is fabulous. A true
We are
beauty
going
of
to
a
be
goal.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved
bored.
all over
This
the
game,
place on its
it's going to be
journey.
boring. But I thought I'd record it, and I'd
Manchester
record the
United
process
take a
of
two-goal
the
lead,
first,
and things should be
the
comfortable
full-on
from here
first
on in.
intro,
No
as I've
doubt
explained
as
how
has
to
the
play the
momentum
game.
here now.
I mean,
The
how
only
to
doubt
settle the
is how
menus and
many
all
is
of that.
coming.
I've explained how to.
And he's had a hit.
Lovely.
Oh, that is outstanding! A finish
Beautiful.
of true class.
Nice.
And again, they simply do not know.
Is he not
what
in
has
the
hit
left back
them.
position? Right back position.
Well, there's always a
Do you
chance
have
of being
long
caught
shot?
like that
No.
when you surrender the football.
He just scored that because of whatever reason. Fair enough.
3-0 and things are
Fair
starting
enough.
to look awfully cosy.
Well,
Again,
it's
a lot
been
of
an
factors
absolutely
come into the
fabulous
game
spell
of
for
whether
them, and
a
they're
player's
starting
going to be
look
good
unstoppable.
or a
There
player's
could
going to be
more
scoring
on the
certain
way.
goals or not.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pass just lacking in accuracy.
We want to be scoring some interesting goals, but
They'll want to make the most
We're
of
just
this
gonna-
turnover.
enjoy the boring side of it. We're going to play it for its entirety because sadly we cannot change to computer.
Short changes him with that pass.
We have to play this game.
Pressure already building up here.
But as I said in previous
might
videos,
just
there
make
are events where you can literally make the AI play for you, and you can literally you won't win them. Wow, unless you get unless eventually you're going to get a really good team, and AI difficulties against other AI gets weirdly easier,
I think it'll mean a huge amount
where
to
they'll
the
just
league.
start slapping them. Like I've had 4 or 5-0 wins, but up until then,
Balls come loose here.
it's like 0-0, 1-0, 2-0 games, and that's it.
Now there's a fight and the shots.
I'm going to stop scoring now
More and more.
because
Hot knife through buzzer.
goals waste time.
Done it again. And it has to be said, an absolute
But yeah, I feel like honestly, try and play the game.
Clinical, just clinical.
Download
What a
it.
game this is turning out to be.
Do you know what I
for
mean?
him.
Just download the
Well, he's
game.
made
It's
this
really,
game all
it
about
doesn't
him.
hurt
He's got a
anyone.
fantastic appetite for goals.
It's a very easy game to play. To
Become
you
a
know,
case of
it's
men against boys.
very easy game to get into. You know, you've got to consider the fact of you have FIFA and eFootball, and that's it. And eFootball is free, so there's a big advantage for it right there. Yes, you don't have your squad building challenges and all of that, but squad building challenges are shit. They just make you sit on the menu like a boring person, doing nothing with your life. You spend more time in the menus than you do actually playing FIFA on that game now, or preparing for Foot
Martinelli.
Champs. And Foot Champs
Di
is
Maria,
shit
Bowen.
again, because if you're not good at the game, or you don't have a good team, or you come against someone who's a sweat, you've lost.
To
And it's
Sergio
boring.
Ramos.
You know, Foot Champs. The only good thing I'll give FIFA is they have squad battles. Is it the offline? Their offline version of it, which I like that, because that gives anyone a chance to win. Do you know what I mean? It's not about who's the best player online or who's got the sweatiest team or who knows the most skill moves or who knows how to take advantage of the game as it is online. It's how can I get the most points possible for myself to progress my team, which is fantastic. But obviously eFootball like to give a lot of free stuff away. If anything, they give too much away for the people that are more experienced. For the newbies, obviously it's a good thing. But for the people that are experienced, it doesn't really do anything. And I'm kind of hitting that ballpark now where my team's good enough where I don't really need to look too much. I'm still going to slowly progress the team, but I don't need to work too hard at actually getting them improved.
Well, what a half. For one, pretty much ideal. For the
I am
other,
just pretty much waiting for either a fantastic pack to come out with a life-changing player, and that's really it.
Perfect, I would say. Their manager's all smiles, and he's got every reason to be.
I won't be doing any videos on appropriate ways to play the game, like how to defend and stuff like that, because I don't think I've played the game long enough to have a right to do that. There's people that have been playing this saga of games for years. Do you know what I mean? And they have a right to do it. I have no idea how to do it. You know what I mean? I can defend to a reasonable amount, I can pass to a reasonable amount, and I can score to a reasonable amount.
Now Billing.
If you want me to do an attacking one, I could do an attacking one.
And Bowen.
But the likelihood of me doing it is very slim. Just because
And that's been one straight back.
I can't be bothered, to be honest. I'm not good enough at the game to be able to just do that. I'm not a Division 1 player. I'm in Division 3, as I've said. Although I've only been playing the game realistically. What month is it now? August, September, October. 3-4 months been playing the game.
Di Maria is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
You know, I feel like it'll be helpful.
In this fashion, Peter, they're gonna
He's very big, this dude, isn't he? He's very lanky. Reminds me of like Marouane Fellaini back in the day. Proper lanky, annoying fucker in the defence.
Now Billing.
Billing.
Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passes.
But this is it, sadly. In the beginning game, you can run and score a bunch of goals and try to play a game in a specific way. Fair play if you want to do that. I can't be bothered. I've played enough beginning difficulty games in my life.
Now Billing.
If you do, however, struggle on beginner difficulty, then fair play. It'll be worth you playing some others on beginner. But you can pretty much set yourself up quite early on to have a reasonable team to go online, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not too difficult to do.
Already in the game. Billing.
But you will also, you're going to come against people who have unreal teams. People who have been playing for years, who have spent money on the game, you know, who have fantastic players, and they might not even be that good. I've sadly lost to players I'm playing against, and I know, and I can see that they're not that good. But if you have a team that is incredible with some incredible players, you can't expect much. Do you know what I mean? You can't expect players to outperform amazing players. It just doesn't happen.
And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Manchester United tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
You can do so many different skills in this game as well, which is quite interesting. It's funny how simple they are, but how effective skill moves are as well. Skill moves are something that if you are considering playing the game, unless you're willing to play the game in a possession way, where all you're willing to do is pass, you're not trying to ever get past players on a one-on-one scenario, you're just trying to pass through them. If that's the case, then you know what? Fair play. Because you don't need to really learn any skills there. I still think you should. For when, you know, you're in the box and you need to go around the goalkeeper or get your player or the ball in a better position to actually attack. But if you're not, it's not that big of a deal. You will score less goals. And you will also gain less penalties and free kicks and stuff like that. Because there's also a skill, called gamesmanship that allows players to... I don't know if it hires the chance of getting a free kick against them, or it just enables it completely. So if they don't have the skill, then they don't get free kicks against them. Which I presume that's not the case. I presume the likes of like Neymar with gamesmanship, probably maybe slightly a diver, they will get more stricter decisions, you know, for them. I do like the idea of having Ramos. There's a part of me that kind of wants to carry on this series. Just because my other account, the only thing I'd be doing on there now is just... so
that's it.
Is what's it called?
Perfect result, perfect outcome.
I forgot what we were saying. It's divisions, and that's it. So I might just jump on this one as well and complete the events on just both accounts as the weeks go by. First game, first nominating contract. Lovely. Now at least I can show nominating contracts. We've completed it. It's now disappeared. And now there is your other ones. And we can see all these specs, all that fun stuff. With player bonus in your game plan. That's quite sad, actually. That's quite annoying. You will get points. I'll show you this one. We'll open it up so I can show you. Because that game was completely pointless. Okay. Match level, bonus, player bonus, points per victory. Match level bonus. The higher the difficulty you play, the higher the bonus. The more points per victory you get. Player bonus is people that are eligible for this. And you can do that by... I'll do that slower. Going into game plan, going into teams, auto picking players, and then buy player bonuses. And now if we scroll across, you'll see the ticks next to the players that increase the points. Very simple. That's how you gain the most points. Gaining the most points is obviously using a whole team with all green ticks and having the bench full of green ticks. That's it. Simple and easy. Okay? That's how events work. That's how offline events work. Online events work. Can I just enter it just to look? Probably. Some of them allow you to just pick a team. So if you're curious about using Haaland, pick the Haaland. Go from there. Cool, I want to use Haaland, so I'm going to try this team and play with Haaland. See how he feels, see if he's worth buying. This kind of way. It's simple enough, right? There's other ones. I think that might have to be actually. There's that one, and then there's ones that you can just use your team. Basically, you can just use your team. But then ones where you get to pick other players, other teams. Sorry, is quite fun because at least you get to try different players and different teams out. We've now completed debut missions 1. Yes. We've achieved 50,000 GP and a 5-star forward player. Neymar now has 7 done. Oh no, career objectives. Where we gain. Career objectives don't give you a lot. They give you little bits of everything. 5k, 2ks and all of that. It's great. Not too bad. Link Konami ID. Do it. It's a free 10k. Do it. You know, most of this is simple enough. What does this one want us to do? A bunch of stuff. Increase player stats. Score 3 goals. Increase collective strength to 2,000 or above. Log in for 2 days. Develop a player to 15 or above. Do we not already have him? That's so strange. You get 100k for logging in for 3 days. This is fantastic, by the way. This intro is literally... I didn't even realise how much you got from it. I'm already at 200k. Like, I'm halfway to Mbappe already. That's mad. And is the first player I'm going to buy probably Mbappe? Possibly. I normally, to be fair, work from my back. No, I'll probably go for my attack. There's no point in having a good defence if you can't score goals because your striker's 50 rated. Do you know what I mean? And who we got? Who have we got? Alvarez. You know what? I'm not actually... That's not too bad. He might be a super sub. He potentially is a super sub. Which would annoy me if he is because I already have one. Thank God. Okay, he's not a super sub. He has a lot of good stats for a striker. A lot of good player skills, shall I say. Yeah, a lot of good player skills. Long range shooting, first time, one touch pass. Very good second striker as well. Looks like he could have good dribbling. 35 levels. Honestly, looks like he could be quite a good player. 35 levels as well. Wow. We've ended up doing alright with players. It's very surprising. Career objectives. Sign players in total. But this is it. This is the whole intro. Alright, we're pretty much done. We've started off with nothing. We've done a bunch of achievements. Started the game. We can now play Raspadori on the bench as a super sub. I'll have the players that I use up there. I will switch him out for a goalkeeper just because it's always good to have a goalkeeper on the bench. 183, 186, no player skills, no player skills. Both standard form, 39 levels, 38 levels, standard form. A few inches is a difference. $189. I'd rather the middle one. Him. Taller. That is it, isn't it? I believe so. So, you know, your next steps from here would be... I'm unsure, actually. I think you'd progress with your objectives. I think that's what you do. Maybe we would develop to 85 or above. To 15. What was it, 85? Change your manager. Play 5 games. Log in for 2 and 3 days. Which is all stuff that I will be doing. Career objectives, as I said, not really important. You play the game, you'll naturally get them. Neymar's journey. Play tour events. Earn money. I think it's an infinite one. That's what I've noticed. It doesn't seem to be going for me. It just stays there. Di Maria. It doesn't look good. It's a shame. He's got very good abilities, but I don't think he's going to be built into a good player. Whereas if you look at the likes of Martinelli, again, I need a better manager to make that decision. I think what we'll do, before we do call it, to be honest, is develop the player to level 15. And realistically, I would have done Neymar to begin with. But we have the likes of Neymar, Sergio Ramos, some big names in his club all of a sudden. I kind of will do Neymar at some point, but I like the idea of looking at Alvarez. First time shot, one touch pass, through passing, Rising shot, dipping shot, long range shooting, soul control. 170. He's tiny, which makes me think he should be very, very, very good. Just going to get it to level 20. So we can get that manager. And then we're going to level his card up slightly. See, he's actually quite solid. Already he's an 87 overall. He's quite solid. High weak foot accuracy. Obviously not very high, which isn't great, but at this rate he's tiny, so there's no point in looking at trying to score headers with him. You get outside curler trait on him, a few more additional traits for his finishing. I think he'd be quite good. I actually think he could be quite good. Ramos. Is Ramos going to end up being good? Probably not. But you know what? Strong physical contact and a solid defender. Doesn't even have all the stats that you want as well. He does not have blocker, which is a bit of a shame. He can only play... In my head, I'm thinking it's more worth him playing like a right back, but he also isn't going to have the pace for that. We'll figure it out with him. I want to place him somewhere, even if he's just on the bench or something to begin with. We now have a better manager, which is great, because that means we can now change the manager and gain an additional one of them. So we've gone from 50s to 70s, and we'll see what that changes as. So now everyone is their base stat at 70. There we go. It's really that simple. You play one game, and now you've got everyone to their base stats. And this is fantastic. I think we can probably get him to like 90 acceleration. There's potential we can get him to 90 acceleration, 90 balance, high dribbling, and higher finishing. And I think because he's tiny and light, he might just glide. Potentially. He might just be a glider. Right-footed with good on the left foot as well, which is... Neymar, no idea how he's got a strong left foot. I don't know if I've ever seen him score with his left foot. I have no idea. But anyway, I think that's sorted everything we need to sort. I will now log in for the next 2 days. This one has no expiry, does it? Because I don't want it to be like... No, it's just learn the basics. Okay. Yeah, I will have... Yeah, I will have to log in for the next 2 days to achieve all of this. If you want to see more, just comment. Just give me some sort of response, or even just like the... If you can't be asked to comment, just like the video. If I get like any more than like 2 likes, I'll do it. Because at that point, that's the most liked video I've got. So just like the video if you've enjoyed this. Obviously, it's long and it's been quite boring, but it's something you need to learn about the game. And then sooner or later, we're going to get ourselves him. In the hopes that he is good. Because I'm pretty sure he's got the abilities that you need. And again, we can get blocker onto him. He's got 1-touch pass. He could be a very good right back. So he's our first eFootball coin point fucking thing to get. Anyway, like the video. I've already said this. Bye bye.